Awesome. All right. Welcome, everybody, to tonight's TAS Zoom call. It is February 1st. It's the first of the month on a Monday. That hardly ever happens, and that's really, really cool because everybody starts things on Mondays, and everybody starts things on the first of the month. So it's like a double whammy. Yes, so tonight I don't have a fancy slideshow or anything for you guys. I'm just gonna kick your butts. That's my point for tonight's call. Just real talk, motivation. Just kick it into high gear for the month of February. It is Team Cutt month. I think everybody on here is on a team, I believe. Yeah, as far as I can see, everybody on here is on a team. So that's good. So it's Team Cutt month. So if this is your first Team Cutt, hopefully you kind of read about what it is and you kind of know what's up. But I'm going to just kind of share with you guys a bit. I was on a call last week with Jeff Hill, and he was talking about Team Cutt, and he kind of made a really good point. So the whole point of Team Cutt really is to push harder and to do more in the month of February, right? And the whole point of it is just to make sure that you're pushing, gives you an extra boost of motivation, little competition, that sort of thing. That's the whole point of Team Cutt, right? It's not just like a random, like, just kind of keep doing what you're doing. Like, no, it's like take it up a notch for the month, do more, get your Success Club points locked in. You have a team of people that are rooting you on, and it's extra fun. And it's extra motivation, extra push. And then the thing is that it's only 29 days, right? So for the month of February, guys, it's like you should be doing more, right? That's kind of the point I'm trying to get across here. So like typically, what are you doing typically, right? Power of 3, 5 days a week, every single week. Personal development, hopefully at least 30 minutes a day, every day. You're in your workout, you're drinking your shake, whatever. That's stuff that you're doing every single day anyways, typically. But for the month of February, you should be upping it, right? So power of 10, do it 7 days a week. Put more time in. Make use of all the little gaps of time that you have in your days and in your weeks. Give your family a heads up if you haven't already. Like I told Dell last week, I was like, okay, so February is Team Cutt month. So just so you know, I'm going to be like a little bit more attached to my computer than usual. I'm going to be a little bit more attached to my phone than usual. Like he knows, I mean, it's not the first time I've been on Team Cutt. So he knows, but it's still having that conversation with him, letting him know what to expect. Like I'm filling every minute of my day, sending off messages every chance that I got and those sorts of things. And so it's just letting your family, your spouses know on the front end, like, I'm going to be working extra time. I'm going to be getting up earlier. I'm going to be staying up later. I'm not going to be just hanging out watching TV with you on the couch at night like we usually do, or whatever, right? Whatever that looks like for you. It's the time to make sacrifices and to do more. Last February, for those of you who weren't around last February, February is always Team Cutt month, right? So last February, it was Team Cutt month, and I moved in February, and I was helping organize this huge 600-person event. We had Autumn Calabrese come here, and I was helping organize that, which meant every week I had, a couple meetings a week about this event. I was going downtown to the venue and, checking things out and finalizing everything in the midst of also moving, and it was Team Cutt month. And my daughter was only in school half days at that point in time as well. So it was insane, right? It's also our anniversary is in February. It's also my daughter's birthday in February. So I was dealing with all these things last February. And so I literally got very little sleep last February because it was like, not only was I dealing with all that stuff, but I knew that I needed to freaking show up and do more for my business than usual because it was Cutt month. And I ended last February with, I think, 22 points or something. I don't remember. Our team earned these hoodies, which were like the tier 3 prize. Yep, Lana was on the team. So she got hers too. And yeah, so like we pushed to like the last second. Like Lana was even here for the autumn event, which was on February 28th, last day of the month. And it was like, she was in Calgary and she was like locking in her last, you know, challenge pack and stuff like that. And that's what Cutt month is about. It is about doing that. It's about like putting in the extra time, filling every minute of your day with sending those extra messages and those extra invites and those extra follow-ups. That's what it's about. It's only 29 days. You know, typically February Team Cup is only 28 days, but this February is 29 days. It's still only 29 days. It's only 4 weeks. You just got to like do more. Like it's just the 1 month. And one of the big things I know for people who, particularly newer coaches, I find this is a thing, or people who have maybe like been a coach for a while but haven't hit Success Club before, or they've only done it once and, you know, they don't consistently do it, is they hesitate to sign up for Team Cup because they don't want to disappoint anybody. So they worry about, you know, I'm going to let my team down if I don't get X amount of Success Club points. And I always say, like, that's not the case. You're not going to let anybody down by not, you know, by falling short on your Success Club point goal. The only way you'll let people down during Team Cup is to not show up, right? And further to that, it's like, if you don't show up and you don't do more, like, even if you're like showing up, but you're doing like the minimum, like, I'm going to keep doing my like power of 3, 5 days a week. You know, maybe today I only sent 1 invite, you know, just kind of like the minimum. That's gonna, like, that's the sort of stuff that's going to disappoint, right? Like, but if you're showing up and you're like, I'm doing like everything I can and I'm doing more and I'm reaching more people and I'm sending more invites and I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone. And man, I just like invited that person that I was like terrified to invite, like those sorts of things. And you're sharing that stuff with your team. That's fine. You're not gonna let anybody down by not getting a certain amount of Success Club points, as long as you show up and you show up the whole month. And yeah, so up the activity. Like I say, make it a power 10 and do it 7 days a week. You know, like that's the sort of push and mentality that you should have for the month of February, because that's where it gets fun. And then you start, you know, you're able to earn prizes and stuff like that. The other thing that I've heard in previous Team Cup months that just kind of grinds my gears is people, they'll be like, you know, I'll be like, oh, are you like pushing or whatever? Because, you know, they're on a Team Cup team and whatever. And it's like, well, no, my team isn't doing anything. And it's like, so like you can still be doing stuff, right? Like you still have goals. So keep doing it. Who cares if your team's not showing up? Who cares if they're ignoring you? Keep messaging them. Message them every day. They can just keep ignoring you, but you just keep showing up and messaging them and doing your own activities. And that doesn't matter. Like, as long as you're doing, you know, what you need to do. Tier 1 prize is, I believe, like 30. I was trying to see, but it doesn't say. I think it's like 30 team points total plus Success Club 5. You can do that yourself. You can literally earn your tier 1 prize by yourself. You can earn 30 Success Club points in a month for sure and get that prize yourself, even if your team doesn't do anything. So don't, you know, allow like your team not showing up to hold you back, I guess is what I'm saying. Like, this is a push. It's a push month. You signed up for this because you wanted to push. So keep pushing no matter what. The other thing, if your team captain isn't captaining, isn't, you know, leading, planning the Zoom calls, talking to you guys, letting you know, like, okay, let's do this now to whatever. Let's do a free group. Let's do, you know, if your captain's not leading like that, don't sit down and play victim. If such a bad team captain. I can't push this month because my team captain sucks. step up and just start being that leader for your team. You know what? Your team captain hasn't planned for you guys to do a free group. That I use that as an example because that is just something that definitely you should be doing for Team Cutt month. Whether you run it as a team free group or you plan to like, I don't know, partner up with each other and do it, or you guys do it individually, but kind of share notes with each other, whatever. That is something that should be discussed. And if your team captain hasn't brought that up yet, well, you bring that up. You know, if your team captain hasn't planned a Zoom call, well, you plan a Zoom call, you know, just like reach out and just kind of step up and take that role anyways. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of, you know, be proactive. You signed up for it because you wanted to push. So don't let somebody on your team who's not quite pushing as much as you want to be pushed or as much as you want to push, don't let that slow you down. You know what I mean? You just push harder, right? And do what you want to do. Let's see. Yeah. So it's meant to be a push month. February is like not the time to decide that you're going to randomly on a Saturday just totally unplug and spend the whole day with your family. You guys can do that on March 1st. But for February, you're pushing. It's like, it's a Cutt month. You're in a competition. It's a 4-week long thing. It's only 29 days. Like, you can do it, right? So yeah. And then last February, it was crazy. It's all about filling the gaps. I'm just kind of looking over my notes right now. And yeah, if your team captain decides not to show up, then you just step up and lead. Plain and simple. And you guys should also have a paid group planned for like the end of the month. I think because it's Team Cup and everybody's kind of separated into teams of 5, I think that for sure every like Team Cup team should be kind of planning their own like paid group for at the end of the month. It's just you guys all have something to invite to. As long as you build the more excitement around it, then people will be excited and people will want to join it, basically. So that's kind of my rant about Team Cutt month. It's February. It's time to do more. So leading up to February, if you were like, you know, not very consistent, even doing your Power of 3 5 days a week, and you were like struggling to just kind of, you know, do your minimum of stuff, I don't want it to, like, it shouldn't be like, oh, February's Team Cutt month, so now I'm just going to start to make sure to be consistent with my Power of 3 5 days a week. Like, no, it's Team Cutt month, so now it's time to do more, you know, make that Power 10, 7 days a week. I think I've said that 6 times now. So anyways, all right. So now I'm going to get into what I kind of planned this call to kind of just talk about. And that's like the one thing. So I kind of realized I was listening to Jimmy Hayes Nelson's playbook on Saturday morning, which was amazing. And if I have time, once I go over this little thing here, I will just kind of quickly summarize what he shared, because it was all very, very vital and key and good points and all like, oh yeah, that's right. That's true. That's awesome. But really, it just kind of reminded me of there's really one thing that determines your success in this business or like diminishes your success in this business. And it's not like Power of 3 or doing your personal development or being proof the products work or hitting Success Club, you know, all those things. That's not. There's one thing that determines it, and that one thing is your belief. It's your belief in yourself. It's your belief in your ability to do this and to be successful at this. It is your belief in Beachbody. It is your belief in Shakeology and the programs. It is your belief in this opportunity. That is what's going to determine how far you go with this, honestly. And I know it sounds like kind of hokey pokey and like, you know, okay, like whatever, but it's absolutely true. Because if you don't 100% believe in yourself, you're never going to get very far, because that's not something that's just like if you don't believe in yourself, you're you're not going to show up all the time and do what you need to do. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah. And if you don't believe 100% wholeheartedly in this whole opportunity, then that's really going to limit your potential and where you're going to go with this, because how are you going to actually share the coaching opportunity with other people if you don't really believe in it yourself? You know what I mean? So, yeah, so it's like, it's super, like, that is literally the one thing. And if you're struggling and you're like trying to point at like, okay, I'm struggling with my time management. This is something I've really noticed that people tend to do. They're lacking belief in themselves or their ability or the opportunity or Beachbody or something. So they're holding themselves back, but they're like, I don't really know why I'm holding myself back. So then they sit there and they go, well, I think I need better time management. I'm not managing my time very good. Or they come up with excuses like, you know, I wasn't able to do my workouts last week because whatever, insert excuse. My hair is awesome right now. Insert excuse here. I wasn't able to invite anybody for the last 10 days because whatever. And really what it comes down to is that they're lacking that belief. So how do you build belief? Like, I'm not saying that like if you don't believe in yourself or this opportunity right now, you're like, that's it. There's no chance. There is a way to build your belief, and we all have to work on this. So the biggest thing to build your belief in yourself is very closely linked to your confidence. And the number one thing that builds confidence is taking action. That's it. So you take action, you start applying what you're learning, you start doing your power of threes, you start stepping outside your comfort zone, you start approaching those people about the opportunity that you really don't think would be interested, but you know that they'd be awesome at it, and you're terrified to talk to them about it, but you approach them about it, and it's scary, and you don't die, and you start taking those actions. That's going to build your confidence, and then you're also going to start to see some success from all these conversations that you're doing and all this action that you're taking, which is going to start building your belief, right? So that's kind of how that all links. And it all just really starts with taking action. The other way that you can build belief, particularly when it comes to like the products or Shakeology or the programs or Beachbody as a whole, is to just do your research. Like, sit down and read about the ingredients in Shakeology. Don't then turn around and start facting people to death, because that will just like not really get very far. But go and research the ingredients in Shakeology. I don't know. Make a plan to like once every other day, you're going to go research another ingredient that's in Shakeology. And then, you know what some people do that's really, really great is then they make up posts about that on social media. So it's just like, hey, did you know whatever this superfood does for you? Da, 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 da. This is in my shake and I love it. Yeah, do that research yourself. Like, figure out like really like how amazing this thing is, you know? And the programs and stuff too, right? Like, why does 21-day fixed eating plan work so good? Go look it up, research it, figure it out yourself. That's going to build your belief. Experience is another thing that will build your belief. So that's why being Proof's products work is so key. Your own personal experience with Shakeology and noticing how it makes you feel, that it keeps you full, that it gives you energy, whatever it does for you, that is going to build your belief in it more than anything else. Doing the workout programs yourself, noticing yourself getting stronger. Oh my gosh, I can do like 20 full push-ups now. This is amazing. That's going to build your belief. That's how I sold, you guys, I sold like 3 P90Xs before I was even a coach, because I did that program and it made me strong and it trimmed me down, and I believed in it 100% because I did it myself. I had experience with it, right? So experience them yourself. It's important. And then, of course, do your personal development. That's going to build your belief in yourself. It'll build your self-confidence. And all the vital behaviors tie into this thing. You do these 3 vital behaviors, you're going to build your belief. And then that's it. The more that you believe in this, 100%, like, this is going to get me to where I want to go. And I don't care if you think I'm crazy, but I know it's going to get me there, and I know where I'm going. You can join me or not, but that's fine. If you don't want to, I'm just going to keep going. And if you want to join me later, that's fine. You can join me later, because you, like, 100% believe that you're going there, right? And so it's like, people will sit there and be like, okay, sure, this work at home thing, yeah, okay, that's going to do whatever for you. It's like, no, that's fine. You don't have to come with me now. You'll want to come with me later, but that's fine. I'm just going to keep going, right? And you just keep going. You'll see the success start coming. You'll believe, you'll start seeing results from the stuff that you're doing. And then that's where it comes from. And that's what it is. That's literally the number 1 secret. That's your secret. It's the secret. You just start doing it. So I'm just going to really quickly go over these things that Jimmy shared. Because I have time. I'm going to try not to go into like a full out rant about all of them, because there was really good stuff on there. But yeah, I'm just going to, like, even if you caught the playbook, this is like, I'm going to kind of put my spin on it as well. So I still think that there's going to be value in listening to me, because, because it's always, you hear it from one person, it might not quite sink in the same as then you hear it from another person. It's the same. It's, it's why, sharing takeaways from calls is so vital, because different people will take different things from them. And so I probably took different stuff away from this than somebody else did. So yeah. So, so what was his thing? He gave like 10 things to do to succeed at coaching. See, I was just giving you guys one: belief. That's it. But anyways, he went into a little bit more detail. So number 1 is be here a year from now. I love this one for real. Because it's literally just like, you guys, and this is true, when I signed up to coach, I was just like, I'm doing this. Like, I don't even care. And we didn't even have training. When I signed up to coach, like, it was like, okay, here's your 7-day quick start from the online office. That's it. There wasn't coach basics. There was no new coach training, boot camp, whatever group. There was no push to Emerald or push to Diamond or whatever. So it was like, you sign up. I signed up. I had a GSR call with Heather, and she was just like, just search YouTube for like Wayne Wyatt. He has really good videos with lots of tips and stuff. And some of you guys now probably don't even know who Wayne Wyatt is, but he was the top coach 2 years in a row. And that was pretty much training. Like, go on YouTube and find videos. I don't know. And there wasn't near as many videos back then as there is now. But because I signed up and I was just like, I'm doing this. Like, I don't even care. I know that I'm going to do this, and I know that I'm going to hit my goals, and I'm never going to quit on this. That's it. It's literally true. And then you have people who sign up and they're like, I'm going to give this a try for like a year. And if in a year I'm not where I think I should be in a year, then I guess it's just not for me. And right there, they're setting themselves up for failure right there. And so it's like Jimmy was saying, like, if that's kind of where you're at, like, you're kind of like, well, yeah, I'm just going to try this out, or I'm going to try it for X amount of time, for however long, or I'm going to see if I can be making however many dollars in 6 months. And if I'm not, then I'll reassess. You might as well just leave now, because you're just going to quit eventually. So you might as well just quit now. You need to just kind of have in your mind, like, I don't know how long this is going to take me. I don't care how long it's going to take me. I'm doing this, and I'm just going to keep going. Like, I don't even care how long it takes me. I'm just going to keep going. And that's it. And the lovely thing about what we do is that you're just living a healthier life, right? So you just got to keep living your healthier life. You keep doing your workouts, you keep drinking your shake, you keep plugging in, and just keep going forward and doing your personal development. And like, really, that's all you're doing. So, Also, he did mention, which was really, really like a good point, is to remember that not everybody has the same starting line. So, you know, you kind of make a decision to never quit, and then don't freaking compare yourself to anybody else, right? Like, you sit there and like, you know, see people who sign up at the same time as you, or they signed up even after you, and they're further ahead than you in this business. Well, you know what? They didn't have the same starting line as you. Like, some people had more exposure to personal development stuff. Some people had more exposure to business, whatever stuff. Some people, you know, things that happened before they signed up to be a coach, that then when they signed up to be a coach, you know, kind of got them off to running start a bit faster, right? Even for me, like when I signed up, I already had a bunch of followers that knew me for doing P90X and Insanity. I was sharing my workouts on Instagram and on YouTube for like a year before I signed up. So I wasn't starting in the same place as somebody who signs up before they've even put anything out there at all about workouts or whatever. You know what I mean? Number 2 is to stay plugged in and connected. So this is like making sure to get on the team page every single day, making sure to get on these team calls every single week, making sure to get to events, which are huge. So the next Super Saturday is April 2nd. You should already have an idea of which one you're going to, and when it is, and get your tickets if they already have their tickets for sale. Yeah, it's so huge. Getting to events is amazing. I think that actually was another one. But anyways, it's staying connected and plugged into your team. Like, that's vital. You're not in this alone, right? So don't be alone. Reach out to the team. You have questions, whatever, reach out to them, post in the page, go in there, welcome new coaches, congratulate people, like, be a part of it, stay connected, and get on these team calls, get on the national wake-up call. Yeah, and don't expect your coach to come pick you up. So if you're like not showing up on the team page or whatever, don't expect that your coach is going to like reach out to you and be like, hi, where are you? How's it going? If you need something, reach out to them or the team, you know, that sort of stuff. Number 3 was personal development daily. So important, you guys. I'll say it again. Every time I up my personal development, meaning that I'm doing minimum 1 to 2 hours a day, every single day, 7 days a week, what? Surprise, my income goes up. I get Success Club points easier. Conversations are easier. It's not a coincidence. It's super important. If you don't have time to sit and read a book, then listen to audio. Once again, it comes down to like filling every empty moment of your day. You're in the car, listen to audio. You're making dinner, listen to audio. You know, get on YouTube and those sorts of things. And also, he did point out the fact that there are 2 types of personal development. There's the type that deals with mindset. So this is like the confidence boosting type personal development. And then the type that teach you skill sets in the business. So maybe it's an Instagram training that you're doing. Maybe it's how to talk to people, or like GoPro or something about network marketing or whatever. So 2 different forms of personal development, and you should be doing both of them daily. Number 4, PPDS, push, play, and drink Shakeology, gives you instant credibility. And he suggested, which is actually really cool, is if you need a success story of your own in this, do the 3-day refresh. It's really quick. 3 days. You'll have results in 3 days. If you're not already doing a program and whatever. Number 5, embrace your story now and share it. So don't hide your struggle. Like, where you're at right now, put it out there. Put yourself out there. Don't hide behind a camera or behind a computer. Put yourself out there. I know it's so hard and it's uncomfortable, but I promise you that first time that you put yourself out there 100% and you share the struggle that you're currently going through, it's like just one of the best feelings in the world, because all of a sudden you realize that you're not alone. And all of a sudden people are just like, wow, like, I appreciate you sharing that, because I thought I was alone going through that. And you will find people that are going through the same struggle. And guess what? The people that are struggling with the things that you're struggling with, that's your niche. Those are your people. Those are the people that you need to find. And you're not going to find those people until you put yourself 100% wholeheartedly out there. People want to be a part of changing something, not something that's already done, right? And people don't relate to perfection. So you can put yourself out there and be like, oh, I'm so perfect. I got my 8-pack abs and I work out and I eat healthy all the time, and nobody's going to relate to that, and they're going to be intimidated by that, and they are not going to feel like they can talk to you, right? So put yourself out there, embrace your story where you are at right now. Don't wait. Don't wait to get to that perfect body or whatever. Share it now. Number 6 is to treat your business like a business, which is something that we talk about all the time. So you're treating your business like a business. You know how your business works. You know how you get paid. You know how the compensation plan works. You own your own business right now. You're an entrepreneur. If you treat it like a hobby, it will pay you like a hobby. Hands down, that's it, right? So if you only do it when it's convenient for you and when you feel like doing it, it's a hobby, and that's what it's going to pay you like. If you treat it like a business and you're like, I own this business and I'm a CEO and I got to show up every day, then it will start paying you like a business, right? Number 7 is find people. So he suggested a couple good books here too, like The Thank You Economy and Crush It, both by Gary Vaynerchuk. A Curious Mind was another one by Brian Grazer. I can put these in TAS, or somebody else can, or whatever. And he said that those will help you find people on social media. But basically, guys, this is your power of 3. This is your adding new contacts. This is your messaging new people, reaching out to new people every single day. It is a vital part of this business. You need to be finding new people, because basically, and then he said something to this point, which was really good. Make it your mission every single day to have somebody know you exist today that didn't know you existed yesterday, and that you have lots of value to contribute to them. So every day, put yourself out there and make it your mission to have new people find you on that day. And find people and connect with people and add value. Number 8 is being system dependent. So set up systems, let people know, raise the bar for your team, let people know about your systems. This is like why we have team run coach training groups. So it's systems to plug people into. This is why we have the power of 3 and we train on it and teach it, and Asana. So you don't have to just, start in your business and just kind of try and figure it out and then try and teach your coaches how to figure it out. Ultimately, even when you are like a 15-star diamond and have like thousands and thousands and thousands of coaches in your downline, you still are spending 70% of your work time building your own business. You're still not spending any more than 20 or 30% of your time with your team and helping your team. And that's why you need systems in play, so that you don't have to spend a whole bunch of time holding your coach's hands. This is a mistake I made when I first went diamond. And it wasn't fun. So if you can basically make it so that if you can copy and paste a link, then you can run this business. That's how simple it is. Number 9, go for the ask and give people the chance to say no. So this is what we always shy away from, is actually asking people. Did you want to check this challenge out? Did you want to join me? Did you want to check out what I do as a coach? Go for it. Go for the ask. Go for no. Give them a chance to say no. If you're not giving them a chance to say no, then you're also not giving them a chance to say yes, right? And if you don't ask, the answer is always no. That's what I always say. So, you just, that's that. You got to go for no. And then, number 10, get to events, which I already mentioned. It is huge. Like he said, you can't hug an email. No. So you got to get to events. You got to network. You got to meet people. It's super, super important, you guys. I am so glad. I remember it was really, really scary the first time I went to a Super Saturday here in Calgary, because I didn't know anybody here, and like Beachbody wise, and it was really intimidating. But I'm so glad that I started going, because now it's like, I've actually went and had business brainstorming meetings with coaches here that I've met at events here. And I have a couple local success partners that I met because I went to these events and I stepped out of my comfort zone and I talked to people. Everybody wants to share what's working for them and their best practices. So you just need to go and talk to people And it makes you realize like you are part of something so big. You're sitting at your computer by yourself every day sending messages, and it seems like, you know, what's the point in this? You get to an event and you're like, wow, like blown away. Like, this is what I'm doing this for. And it's eye-opening to you to do that, to get to an event. So yeah, so that's just a really, really quick like summary and my takeaway and my points of Jimmy Hayes Nelson's thing and my kick butt and whatever. And I'm already at less than a minute. So I'm gonna take a picture. Everybody turn your cameras on. Oh, look it. There's everybody. Everybody looks so tired. It's only Monday. Tina's not washing her hair, so that's good. Where's everybody else? Okay. There's Kylie.
Hurry.
And there's Debbie. Okay, I'm taking it. You guys, be ready. Ready? 1, 2. Oh, okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I got it. All right. If you guys had any questions or whatever, just ask in the team page, and I will be there.